Okay, what up YouTube? It's gonna be a little bit different video today. No workout today. It's my rest day. And I've been slowly taking apart my old gym that I set up, me and my brother set up in my sister's garage. And so today we're gonna go get the mats, and then I'm pretty much gonna revive all of the weights. Gonna be grinding them up and then painting them, making them look all new and shit. And that's gonna be kind of just satisfying, knock it off the schedule, and then it'll be cool for you guys to see just the kind of before and after. So waiting for Kyle's ass to get in the car, and then we'll go pick up the mats. So here it is. So bright. But yeah. Love this little gym. Yep, probably gonna just see take a couple of these mats out of here today. We'll let the rest of them just stay and stuff. So sad seeing the old gym, but at least all this stuff's coming back to us, just to our house. We got the mats back here, and first of all, I have this bar that I revived, where I took a handle for like some of those 1-inch size plates. You just put it on like one on each side, have a dumbbell. Took one of those, slid it into this bar so that I could have just a straight curl bar basically. But I'm gonna put like a designated amount of weight on here, kind of just give it kind of a cool look and just restore it, just for fun. Alright, so the first thing that I have to do is weld up that bar, and then that's all the welding I'm gonna need to do. Then I need to grind off, I have like a wire brush I'll put on the grinder, and I'll grind off all the old paint off the really rusty ones. And then I have 1 can of spray paint, so I'm just gonna see how much I can get done with this, and then I'll just live with that. I don't think I even will need more than that, because there's only a couple that are like really bad, worth restoring. But yeah, I'm gonna weld up this bar, and then we can get down to some good grinding. Okay, so for this straight bar, we have a dumbbell handle cut in half, put through a piece of pipe. See right here. To just make a good old straight barbell. Okay, so I welded it, and then I already grinded it. This side was a freaking mess. Haven't used my welder in a minute, so it kind of took me a sec, but I ground it down pretty good to the point that I'm fine with it. And then this side was already jammed in the pipe really good, so I just put like bead right there, and those ones I'm actually proud enough to show you guys. So now I'm just gonna hit this with a little spray paint and then get going on those plates. Okay, so these are the plates that are gonna be going on to that straight bar. Oops. And as you can see, they're pretty banged up. So what we got here is a 10, 5, 3, and a 2.5. Altogether, it roughly makes the bar gonna be like a 45-pound bar, which is really good for like kind of like burnout phase for triceps or for biceps. So at least for me, that's like a weight that I always grab off the rack. Is like 40, 45 pounds, 50 pounds, somewhere in there. So I was like, if there's one weight that I'll stick to, or that I'd be okay with like having as a fixed weight, it would be 45 pounds. So that is the idea with the weights here. So yeah, I'm just gonna clean them up, they don't have to look too crazy because they're overlapping, so they're kind of getting covered anyways, but I do want to get the majority of rust and stuff like that off because I just hate rust. Okay, so I've got the weights here. They're all prepped, ready to go. Turned out they had some pretty deep pits in them, which I didn't really care for, but I don't really care. Either way, I'm just gonna deal with it. Because it doesn't have to look too pretty, it's just weights, you know. So yeah, just gonna paint them up, and I'll probably lay out a couple more plates and just paint a bunch of them while I got this all laid out. Alright, and now I'm just going to give that about 30 minutes to dry, and then I'll flip it over, do the same thing. Alright, so it's been like 2 days now. Everything is completely dry. My camera was having some issues, so I had to figure those out, and then it got kind of busy. I was painting a door, so, but we're back to it. So let's put them all together. So I've got the bar right here. We'll just go one by one. Got this side all on. This is what the final product's basically going to look like. But the other side is a little banged up. Let me show you, because some of the plates aren't fitting on. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but if you look real close, you can see how it kind of flares out at the end. And that's because when I put this side in, I shoved it into the pipe, and then I used the whole pipe, was smashing it down like that and hitting this side on the ground, and so I think it flared out a little. So I'm going to get the grinder, go around that edge, and be a little straighter. That's slightly flaring out there. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so I have it down to where I wanted it. All three of these stacks, but I got just a little bit sticking out right here. And I have a 1 1/4 inch plate, and I was wondering maybe I should just slap that on there and see what that looks like. And after putting it on, I kind of like it, and it kind of goes symmetrical with the rest of the flow, other than it doesn't have a square edge, but that doesn't really bother me. And then I would be able to just slap this on and then weld flush into here, and not have to cut anything off, and that'd be kind of cleaner and give this kind of a cool tapered look. So I think I'm gonna prep one more of these, or two of them, because they're pretty rusty. I'll brush them down, grind off this edge and spot, and add those to the whole thing too. This is now what we're working with. Much cleaner. It's gonna look better when it takes paint. Alright, so now that we've got all the pieces painted, let's go over how much each one weighs. So the first one, I'm going to put on my glove because this metal is pretty hot. 10, a 5, a 3, a 2.5, and a 1 1/4. So add that all up and we got 3.5. So 43.5 pounds plus the bar, which I'm guessing is about 10 pounds. So that's going to roughly give us like a 55-pound straight bar. But at the end of this, we'll weigh it and see what we're working with. But now, let's just put it all together, and I can weld up the end and we'll see what we got. Alright, it's all finished. Looks pretty nice. Nice and tapered, gives it like a cool classic look. And judging by the weight, I'd say this has to be like 50-ish pounds, you know, like, yeah, 50 to 55. But I'll go grab the scale and we can weigh it. Here's my little scale right here. Stand on it with my own body weight, and then just hold the weight, see what we do. Do some math and then see what we get. Okay, so this is me, just my body weight. 175.5. Okay. Now I got the bar. Okay, 227.5. Okay, so I'm not really going to count that 0.1 because the one was 0.4 and then the other was 0.6. I'm just going to call it half. So 0.5. So this thing weighs 52 pounds. I was guessing 50 pounds. Honestly, I don't even care. I'll just call it a 50-pound straight bar, and you can just deal with it, you know. But it turned out really cool. It's just the right amount of weight. Just come out here, can use it for biceps. It's light enough you can go overhead, get the triceps going, get the shoulders going. Put it on your back. Get the warm-ups going. Oh. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I love those fixed bars like that. So that was pretty fun. Got that all finished up. Took a little longer than I wanted it to, but other than that, I'm still happy with the product. It was exactly what I was thinking, and I just like having bars that just kind of look old school, and having that incremented down look is always something you kind of see in like cartoons or in the old classic bodybuilding like magazines and stuff. So just thought it'd be fun to whip that up, throw it together. I like to do shit like that. So, and it'll be useful. Another bar to add to the gym, because eventually we're gonna get a barbell pyramid, so you can just like rack all your fixed barbells on there. So that'll be really nice. But yeah, that's everything for today, guys. I'm gonna get out of here and let y'all go, but thanks for watching my video. Click up here if you want to see any more updates on how prep is going, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.